Welcome to SNSN Radio for continuing coverage of middle school basketball. Coming to you live from Thompson, where the Griswold Wolverines will take on the Thompson Tigers. I'm John Harden along with Mike Minarski, and we have Big Drew, Andrew Harden on the camera today.
Yeah. I was just telling you, I like doing the middle school games. Why? Because you're home for dinner.
Right. Get a couple of games in, and you can still get dinner.
So we got somebody asked us in the chat room already, will there be volume? Yes.
Will there be volume? I hope so.
That would be a yes. So here we go, folks. They're doing the starting lineups right now, John. Turtelot. I want to say Turtelot, but it's Thompson.
It is Thompson Middle School.
I'm so used to saying, the Turtelot Tigers and not the Thompson Tigers.
Well, they're right next door.
Right. So Griswold is 2-0, looking to go 3-0 and undefeated on the season. They're of course led by Bill Hanley, who's given them a whole lot of coaching and great guidance over the years. They've done some wonderful things. A few years ago, went all the way, undefeated, and they're on that same trek right now. Even if you look at it right now, just the last game against Brooklyn. And Brooklyn, has a really good program. And a nice little feeder system into Killingley High School.
Right. I think Coach Hanley had that game starred on his schedule before the season even started.
And Griswold actually had 3 players in double figures. They had Kozlowskis, number 25. He had
Caden,
13
the big
points.
Center.
Yeah. Aiden Lamont had 10 points, a couple of 3-pointers. And it was all led by the man off the bench. I know a guy.
I know a Solana.
He had 17 points. So you got 3 players in double figures. So
it's hard to lose a ball game when you've got that type of productivity out of your ball club.
Exactly. So we look at the teams now. Griswold is they're huddling up right now with Coach Hanley. They are a much larger team than the Thompson Tigers. If that's
numbers-wise, of bodies on the team. Certainly Griswold has more bodies, more reserves on the bench that they can bring in.
So as far as size, Griswold has the size advantage by a country mile. So we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. We'll get ready for some middle school basketball. The varsity team's getting ready to square off Griswold against Thompson. And for all the play-by-play, here he is, John Harden.
So it looks like we've got number 30, Caden LeBlanc, for the Tigers coming to center court for the tip-off. And as always, big number 25, Caden Kozlowskis for the Wolverines.
How old's Caden? 28? He's a big boy.
He is. Right. He can look you straight in the eye. And here we go, and we've started. So the governor is going to bring it across for the Wolverines. Pass over to the right side to Sovenot. Sovenot's passes back to Colby Mills here at the top of the key. Trying to get back down below. Aiden Cutter able to retrieve the ball.
Bourget got his hand in there, almost tried to bat it away. Good defense on number 31.
Because this is a passing team. Noah Sovenot! There's our first 3!
Looks like we're going to do bombs all day again today, are we?
I'm ready for it. I mean, it's exciting. We're going to keep track of them this ball game.
And Suvanot's starting off just where he left off last game.
So we've got LeBlanc passing down, too. We'll get all these numbers. Trying to get it to Tyler Shad down below. Goes out of bounds. It's Griswold's ball. Kozlowskis brings it in back to Cutter. We've got Lamont and Mills down low. Noah at the top. Cutter passes to Lamont. Back to Sovenot. Puts in the shot just short. Thompson comes up with the rebound. That's Tyler Shedd. Passes it to number 11, Graham Barber. Now it's number 32, Gabe Bourget. To number 12.
Nice drive to the hoop.
Rosario.
No good, but number 33 puts it up.
33 gets the rebound, also misses.
Couple of second chance shots there, for Thompson. But look at that, all the way down. There's Suvanot. And he
He's
traveled.
got a travel on Sovanov. That's going to turn the ball back over to Thompson. No, that's going to be the key, is getting those rebounds. We've seen it in the games. Typically, the team that wins the rebounds wins the game. And then when you have 3 players in double digits, that doesn't hurt either. So Rosario, with the ball stepped out of bounds.
Nice forced turnover there. Suvanant's all over him.
Keeping him right on that line, and he stepped over. No, passes to Aiden Cutter. Aiden Cutter brings it across.
Well, Noah's got to go ahead and live up to his brother, Jeff. So
he's going to put up the layup. It's going to be just short, and Thompson comes up again with a rebound.
looks like he got tipped on the hand, too.
Yeah, everybody goes up.
Suvanant's all over him.
Yeah, pretty tight D.
Yeah, he almost got called for a walk there.
Oh, tried to get between the legs.
Oh, and he stepped out of bounds, and nobody's going to call it. They're going to let him play. And there we go.
Finally goes out. No, we got a foul. 25 Green getting in on the hand. So the Tigers will bring it in. Caden LeBlanc passes out to Rosario. Oh, up travel. Went up for the shot, came back down, didn't take the shot, didn't dribble. Griswold's ball. Aiden Cutter brings it back down, passes down low to Colby Mills, who goes inside, puts it up against the glass. No good. Ball bounces back to Colby. Gets the rebound to Caden Kozlowskis, who puts it back up to Sovanov. Back to Aiden Cutter, goes back to the middle of Noah, puts it up, and it also misses the rim. Caden Kozlowskis comes down with the rebound. Lamont puts it up, and it's off the rim. No good. Aiden Cutter gets it back down to Colby Mills on the far side. Trying to get into the middle. Looks like we have a kick out of bounds. It will be green ball.
Still 3-0 on the heels of the Suvanant's tray.
Right. Caden Kozlowskis off the glass, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and there's 2 points for Caden Kozlowskis.
There you go. There's those second chance points.
You got to get it, go in and get your rebounds, put them back up, give yourself another chance to get 2 points. So Thompson driving inside, puts it off the glass, no good.
Suvanant's all by himself.
Kozlowskis feeding it down court to Suvanant, who puts it in for another easy 2. Suvanant with 5 points on the game. So here come the Tigers. Rosario brings it across. Number 31, Gabe Bourget into the middle, back to the outside at the top of the key to number 30. That's Caden LeBlanc. Passes it down low to number 32. That's Tyler Shea.
They're going to call a travel. I thought they were going to call a reach on Kozlowskis, actually.
No, but we had falling timber into the paint. It's going to change possession for Griswold. We have our first substitution. Nick Waters comes in for Aiden Cutter.
I think Griswold got lucky on that one.
I think they did too. 4:22 remaining in the first period. The score, Griswold 7, Thompson 0.
So Waters into the game at point. Now, remember against Brooklyn, he was kind of cold, from the field. But you know what they say, shooter's got to shoot.
Shooter's going to shoot. Shooter's going to score. Oh. Colby Mills looking for Sovanant's underneath, and it's stolen by number 30, Caden LeBlanc. 30-second timeout, Thompson.
So here we are, 4:01 left to go in the first period. Griswold up 7-0. Jeff Suvanant. Nope. Noah. I'm going to call it Turtle Out Tigers. I'm going to call him Jeff Suvanant. What do you want from me?
We will forgive you.
No, some people won't. They will not.
And that'll even be funnier.
Okay. So it's 7-0 so far. The Wolverines pitching a shutout.
They are. It's early,
oh, yeah.
But Griswold's looking to go to 3-0. The JV team did that immediately.
A little bit of a lopsided game.
Yeah, pretty dominant win for the JV team over
42-3. Griswold went on a 32-0 run. It was something in the JV game because Turtelot, there we go again. Thompson scored the first bucket of the game, and then 32 points rolled off by the Wolverines.
And there was LeBlanc with a shot from the perimeter. It misses, and we've got another travel on Sovanov.
He looked shocked.
He seemed surprised at that call, but hey, The referee called the travel. Got a turnover.
But the big thing is, Noah, you walked. You walked, buddy. You walked.
So Rosario tries to get it into LeBlanc. LeBlanc loses initiative control, regains it before it goes out of bounds. They feed it back down to Rosario, who
You're not getting anything out of Kozlowskis, man. I'll tell you.
Bourget and Kozlowskis with the big block onto the stage.
I'm waiting for Kozlowskis in a very deep voice going, I'm way up here.
I would like to get the ball.
He's a big kid.
So Rosario. Was that an out of bounds? I missed what it was, but Rosario had the ball. It changes possession to Griswold. Nick Waters bringing it across midcourt.
And
illegal screen on Kozlowskis against Rosario.
So that's the second team foul. And also the second on Kozlowskis.
Yeah, he's got all the fouls today, and he comes out and they put in big
Cameron
number
Uphold.
21. Yes, absolutely.
He's just as tall. Well, maybe by
so
maybe
the
by
Tigers
a
pass around the
hairdo.
top
He's a
of
little.
the key. Bourget looking for some. Rosario puts it up for an attempted three.
He's gonna bank it in.
The rim. No good. Nick Waters trying to find someone else.
I don't know what he
underneath.
was doing there. He
And
threw that completely into traffic.
Yeah, it was just a wall of white. Tried to bounce pass it through. Didn't work. Rosario brought it across for the Tigers. Going back to the outside to number 30, LeBlanc. Passes it back to 31. That's Bourget who puts it up. And he shakes it for two.
It's Freudenthal.
Is that Freudenthal?
33.
33 put that one up.
It's the first bucket for the Tigers.
He got it to get into someone else. We have a foul.
Down on the baseline. So that was on Tyler Shedd. That's his first.
You got the push. So we have another substitution. We got Mason Brown came in. And he's going to get the ball to the outside. Looking for somebody to pass to. Goes to Colby Mills. Colby Mills goes back to Brown underneath. Brown looking for help. And we got another travel. That pivot foot moved across. That's going to get the call every time.
Big Drew having a hard time with the camera. That is the worst design ever on a camera.
Oh, yeah.
That is awful.
He's all right. He'll only get better as the game goes on.
Oh, no, it's not him. It keeps going to bars because of the HDMI.
Right. You got to catch that. Yeah. So Mason Brown gets it down to Nick Waters, who puts it up.
Shooter got to shoot.
Oh!
What'd I tell you?
We got a three for Nick Waters.
Like you said, last game he was pretty cold from the field. I don't think he hit one.
No, he's already got three today. Yeah. 1:33 left in the first period. Rosario speeding down, puts up his own shot.
That was a nice pick, though. You see that pick right there by Bourget? Bourget.
So Mason Brown puts up a shot. Nice arch off the rim. Lamont gets the rebound. Looking for a hold underneath.
Jump ball.
You've got a jump ball. No. Yeah?
Are they going to call it on?
No, we got another foul.
They call it on Shedd?
They call Shedd, on a hand check. That's his second.
Mm-hmm.
So Aiden Cutter in for Colby Mills.
Colby Mills, one intense kid.
To the Governor, puts it up.
Boom.
Boom. And that's three. Now we're warming up.
13-2.
Rosario down to LeBlanc, who was rolling there.
Travel
off.
Yeah. There's really not much you can do when you fall down to the ground like that. You're going to travel unless you can get that pass off.
Right. So just under 1 minute here in the first period. Aiden Cutter bringing it up for the Wolverines. To a pole to Nick Waters. Mason Brown moves to the top. Looking back, go back down underneath. Cutter puts it up off the rim. Lamont gets the rebound. Back to Cutter on the other side.
Stolen.
So Mason Brown trying to get a bounce pass back to Cutter underneath, and it's stolen by the Tigers.
LeBlanc just kind of put his hands in. It was like right there in his midsection.
Yeah, it's almost like it was passed to him. So Rosario driving in, puts the ball up.
Nice drive by Rosario. Too bad it didn't pay dividends, but
No, and Lamont gets the rebound. He's
That was
going to bring
good.
it down. 3 seconds, puts the shot up. That was a potential three. Mason Brown with the rebound. He puts it up just before the buzzer. Neither shot falls. So at the end of the first period, we have a score. Griswold 13, Thompson 2.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those, we're seeing it right now. Griswold has a much decided height advantage over the Thompson Tigers. Sometimes it doesn't, mean a whole lot, especially when you got, I'm kind of impressed with Bourget. Is it Bourget? Bourget and LeBlanc, just going ahead and driving the lanes. And I think they kind of have to do that.
Well, really what you see, Rosario coming in from the point, he's going to give it to either one of those guys. He's going to give it to LeBlanc or Bourget. And that really seems to be the Tigers' offense right now.
You're going to have to bounce pass around Kozlowskis is what they're going to have to do.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get it over him.
You're not going to shoot in his face because he'll just block you.
Can't go over it, can't go through it. Have to go underneath it.
And you know what? That's what they're trying to do. Same thing with a pull. You get some beef out there, and, what are you going to do?
Both the centers for Griswold definitely control the middle. Big old boys. So coming out to begin the second period, we've got Aiden Lamont, Mason Brown, Aiden Cutter, Nick Waters, and Aiden Uphold.
Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Thompson brings it. There's Rosario.
Everything's sunny right now.
It's going to stop on the referee. You're going to get a redo.
Little Sonny Botello over here. What's up, Sonny?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Playing
It's
some hoops?
always sunny with the Botello.
That's it, man.
There you go.
Good to see you, pal.
Yeah.
Okay, good to see you too, Mike. Yeah, thanks.
Bourget to Rosario. Back to Bourget going down underneath to LeBlanc. There's Bourget, gets it over. There's LeBlanc with the shot. Falls just short. Uphold with the rebound, able to get it to Aiden Cutter, who's coming down. Going to try to get that layup. Rosario trying to get the block. They both go into the wall, but not before the ball falls in for another 2 points.
Cheers, Sonny.
No.
I said, how you doing? I said, good to see you. He goes, yeah.
Bourget to LeBlanc. Man, a few words.
I'm thinking, okay, yeah.
LeBlanc back to Rosario, gets it across court to number 25.
Good to see you too,
That's
Mike. Yeah,
Alec Turber.
Suvanant's getting ready to come back into the game.
So LeBlanc with a shot, bounces off. Thurber gets the rebound. But Griswold ultimately comes up with it. Aiden Cutter bringing it back across for the Wolverines. Passes to Nick Waters. To Mason Brown at the top. To Uphold. Then we have Aiden Lamont, Aiden Cutter. Tried to get it underneath. Looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication. Mason Brown moved to the outside as the pass was coming underneath.
Looks like we got some wholesale changes coming in for Griswold.
Right. Rosario to Bourget. Try to. Did you see it? LeBlanc and Nick Waters.
Coming into the game, you got WJ Oconee, number 24, number 34, Carson Hunt, and Suvanant's back into the game. I don't think we're going to see Kozlowskis until the second half with the 2 fouls.
2 fouls. Yeah, that early.
Yeah.
But no, I want to say LeBlanc was trying to deadlift the Wolverine. He was doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So Aiden Cutter brings it in to Carson Hunt. He takes a bounce, puts a shot up just off the rim. WJ Oconee initially had the rebound, but stolen by number 13. That's Cohen Gunter. First time we've seen Mr. Gunter today.
Launch.
LeBlanc to Bourget, puts it up just left of the goal. No good. WJ with the rebound. Gives it to Nick Waters, who brings it across. Goes back to Carson Hunt underneath,
Oh, he
and
walked.
there's a
Yeah.
travel.
Took
The little stutter step.
stutter step. You get out of my head. I'm not kidding you. I was going to say stutter step.
Well, it was a stutter step.
I know. Get out of my head.
What else would you call it?
I don't know. That's why I would have said stutter step.
Stutter step.
So what's up with WJ? Does he play like every sport?
Yeah, pretty much. And I heard he's also very good at backgammon.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say badminton.
Maybe. I don't know his badminton game.
Oh, Suvanov picked his pocket.
Getting picked by Suvanov, who gets it to Cutter back to Noah, puts it up for two.
So give and go back and forth there.
I tell you what, we were talking about it last game when Griswold was passing the ball around, moving it around. That's when they went on their run.
That is called not being selfish.
Team play.
That's exactly what it is.
So LeBlanc looking for some help. Covered by
Stolen.
two. Stolen by Aiden Cutter, who goes back to Sovanots, puts it up.
And
that's
the
going to
foul.
score two and the foul. So who'd they put the foul on?
That was Gunter.
13?
Yeah.
So it was Gunter.
So if he gets this, he'll be in double digits already. Nope. No good.
Off the rim, WJ. There's a travel. Man!
Mm-hmm. Mills back into the game.
We got some traveling Wilburys for the Wolverines today. Probably seen more travel calls in this first half than we had the entire season.
Yeah. There's been quite a few.
To Rosario, to Barber. Back to Rosario, to Gunter, who puts it up off the rim. Colby Mills comes down with the rebound. Passes up to Aiden Cutter.
These Mills kids, man, they're really good athletes.
So Cutter to Mills down low at the baseline. Brings
Colby
it back up towards,
in.
cuts back to the middle, back to Sovanots, who goes back to Cutter. Going back to the middle, Sovanots is there, puts the ball up off the rim. Colby Mills comes down with the rebound. They get it back out to Aiden Cutter. Aiden Cutter was looking to the right. Saw the break in the defense and took it in himself for two.
He saw the hole and just went through.
Yeah, the little head fake opened up the waters, and he went right through. Breaks up a pass from Rosario to Gunter. Rosario able to retrieve it, tried to put up the shot.
They are just
No
all
good. Colby
over
Mills
these
comes
Tigers.
up with the rebound.
Griswold's defense, I mean,
It's tough.
they're causing turnovers, which are equating into points. I mean, how many fast breaks have they had already in the first half?
So Carson Hunt puts up the shot off the rim.
Jump
And
ball.
we got a jump ball between Sovanots and Freudenthal.
He's at the lone bucket for the Tigers.
He does. He's got the two. So Cutter gets it into Carson Hunt. Tried to go inside, goes back to the outside. Aiden Cutter to Sovanots, who sinks a three.
Oh, my goodness. He's got 12 points in the first half.
Half of those are threes.
Yeah.
So Aiden Cutter trying to break up the pass back to Rosario. Rosario coming here to the right side, goes underneath to Freudenthal. Goes back outside, back to Rosario, puts it up for three, no good. Freudenthal
Munched by Mills, but they're going to go him on the hack.
goes up for the shot and get monster munched by Colby Mills.
That's his first foul. That's 3 team fouls on the Wolverines today, playing like a pack of rabid Wolverines.
Playing tough. They're playing very tight defense.
Yeah. They are.
Referee making the JV team move away from the back of the backboard.
Causing a lot of turnovers on the Tigers. And how many times, like I said, have we seen Suvanots underneath the bucket on the other end of the fast break already?
Freudenthal first shot falls to the court.
24-2, 3:08 left in the first half.
And shot number 2 bounces off the base of the rim. So the Wolverines will bring it back into Tiger territory. Pick was set by W.J. Oconee, top of the key. They were able to get it underneath the Sylvanauts, back to Cutter, who goes back to the outside to W.J. Oconee, who puts it up off the backboard. So his 3 attempt didn't work.
Why not?
Well, he'll probably get another shot. So there was a pass from Rosario to Freudenthal. I don't think Freudenthal was expecting it. It went off the noggin. Rosario able to get possession back. Gives it to Gunter, who goes back to Rosario. Goes underneath to Thurber.
Griswold's going to replace 5 with 5 right now.
So Barber.
Brown's back in, Uphold.
Kozlowski,
Cutter.
Waters.
I'm surprised we're seeing Kozlowskis back in. It's a different look. Different look, I think, other than the starting 5 is Nick Waters that's in there right now. And Uphold.
Yeah, so Barber trying to get the shot.
Kozlowskis just put his hand up for a bump.
Waters. So Nick Waters underneath gets it back out to Lamont. Lamont puts it up in it.
You know, you got to give that. You got to give those points right there. You know, or at least a great assist to Waters. The ball was underneath, kind of bobbled a little bit, but had enough sense of mind to get it right on out to the governor,
who puts it up for 2. So there's the governor with a steal, gets it back to Nick Waters, goes underneath with the layup, and he gets it 2. So he made up for it.
Shooter got to shoot.
It's going to be Barber to Rosario for the Tigers.
28-2.
So here's
minute and a half left in the first half.
Griswold going back to his zone defense here with 1:29 left in the first half. Rosario goes down underneath, gets it back up to the top of the key. Oh, we're going to move it around. Hey, good ball handling, good passing by the Tigers. The shot by Barber, no good. Rebound by the Wolverines. Aiden Lamont's going to bring it back across midcourt. He's going to go underneath to Nick Waters, who gets it to big Caden Kozlowskis, who puts it in for an easy 2.
Kozlowskis can do so much. I mean, he's just he's a shot underneath. You're not going to block him. And he also is quite the distraction.
Yeah, he's like we saw it with Barber's shot earlier. Caden just put his arm up and was able to block it. He's like the Empire State Building.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say you get the Twin Towers in there with the Kozlowskis and a
pole. Right.
And Nick Waters.
And there's a steal by Kozlowskis. Just said, I'll take that, and he brings it back across midcourt himself.
Now, Nick Waters is not very, very short either, or short stature. He's deceivingly tall.
Definitely got some length on him. And there was Mason Brown.
Coach Hanley got
a
call
timeout for Griswold.
With 19.1 ticks, 30-2.
30-2 Wolverines. So pretty dominant showing by the Wolverines here. I mean, very aggressive defense. They've been moving the ball around on offense, actually passing it out, getting reset. If something's not there, let's reset at the top of the key and do it again. They've had a couple of threes that have gone in, but definitely more driving underneath inside the paint, getting some more layups across the backboard than what we've seen in previous games. So with 19 seconds left in the first half, ball's going to come in. There's Mason Brown to Nick Waters. Back to Mason Brown underneath, who gets it into Caden Kozlowskis, who puts it up.
And
layup going to get 2, and we're going to have a foul. So that's going to be against Rosario. So Caden puts it up off the rim. Rebound by Uphold, who puts it back up for 2.
34-2.
So Rosario from three-point land, and he sinks it! Oh! So that's how we're going to end the first half on a Rosario three-pointer of his own.
He says, we're not going away. We're
Scores.
staying here.
34-5. But hey, Rosario putting up 3 right before half.
What a bucket, man! Right at the half. That is awesome.
Gotta
That
love
was
it.
really good. Yeah. That's called I'm still playing, man. I'm not done.
Not giving
We're
up,
not
showing
done.
leadership to his teammates. Hey, don't hang your head. We've still got another second half of basketball to play.
That's exactly it. But that was a great show of leadership right there. He took it and he hit it, and they're going to go in. And you know what? I mean, psychologically, they're going to go into the locker room
Pumped.
pumped up with not defeated 34-2. I mean, it's 34-5, but would you rather go in with the bucket or without?
I mean, to go into halftime, especially with the score being 34-5, but being able to go into the locker room after your teammate just hit a 3 from almost Globetrotter land. He was that was deep.
That was a long way away.
I'm telling you, I was expecting somebody with a bucket of confetti to come over here and throw it into the crowd after that shot.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that was a poor Drew.
There you go. He's got it.
So let's take a look at the first half. As far as the Thompson Tigers are concerned, just a couple of buckets. Freudenthal had a 2-pointer in the first quarter, and Rosario just banged a 3.
Yeah, hit the magical 3 right there before halftime.
That was really, really good. Let's go over and take a look at the Wolverines. I mean, the scoring is. It's everybody's in the game pretty much. Nick Waters has 5. Kozlowskis has 6. Apold, he got his first bucket right then and there. Aiden Lamott with 5. Cutter with 4. And Noah Suvanats with 12. So there you go. Right? I mean, everybody is scoring right across the board. And when you have that kind of spread out scoring with everybody getting into the ball game, that just means you're playing more and more as a team.
Right, and getting that ball around and moving it around, not one single person being in there, being able to score buckets for you.
Right.
But that's going to be tough for the Tigers coming into the second half, is because who do you focus on?
Exactly.
Because if you put everybody on Sylvanauts, that's going to open up Nick Waters. You put him on Nick Waters, that's going to open up Kozlowskis. You put him on Kozlowskis, Mason Brown comes in.
Your son is a trip.
Which one?
Oh, JJ.
Oh, okay. They were standing next to each other. So.
He's Drew's he's pretty chill. But JJ?
No chill?
No, he's a lunatic, man. He's an absolute lunatic, this kid.
No.
You.
Hey, you got to work on underneath, doing your work on your box outs. That's what we got to work on.
It's good to see him playing too. I like watching the kids play, getting involved in athletics. And I think the really nice thing is that they're able to play it all around.
Right, especially in being able to have a program in Griswold Middle School is great. And even with the program here in the middle school, most of the players on the court right now in green jerseys are also playing in their local rec league.
Right.
So it's, they're not done.
Coleman.
Oh, Chris.
Chris Coleman doing a dance for us.
Oh, he probably could. He's probably got some moves. Well, there's someone else. He was getting a little
Drew's doing some WWE move over here on Sonny Botello. The ref's pumped up for the second half, I think.
He's ready to go.
He's ready.
Got his water. Got hydrated. Got his partner here for the varsity game.
34-5 is the score.
So Coach Ware and the Tigers coming out of the locker room, getting ready to play the second half.
I really hope they talked about that bucket by Rosario, at the end of the second half, because that could be a momentum shift for the Tigers. I keep wanting to say Turtle Eye, but
But no, absolutely. Like, use that as a lightning rod for the rest of the team coming in here to the second half. But like I said, I want to see the Thompson defense here in the second half and how they're going to defend against these Wolverines.
Right. Do I think they're going to overcome the Wolverines? Honestly, no, I don't. Just because of the fact that, there's such a big size difference between the two teams. And that's really hard to overcome, especially at this level, John.
It's huge.
You get a tall kid, guess what?
Yeah, when you're dealing with 12 and 13-year-olds,
right?
6'12" inches is huge.
Exactly. All right, John, we're just about ready to start the third quarter. Tigers inbounding the ball.
So the Tigers go, and it's Rosario down underneath to Bourget. Put it up, and no good. Griswold with the rebound. Nick Waters bringing it down for the Wolverines. Was looking to drive underneath, went back to the top of the key to Mason Brown. Mason Brown gets it underneath to Kozlauskas, who puts it up. Ring around the rosy in the rim, falls out. We've got jump ball between Kozlauskas and LeBlanc.
Did you see how aggressive the Tigers were there underneath the basket?
Well, that was my question, is how is Thompson going to defend against the Wolverines? I don't think they can do it offensively against this defense, so what they're going to have to do is probably step up their intensity on defense. And there was a shot by LeBlanc from the outside that falls down. The Governor, Lamont, bringing it across midcourt. Going down underneath to Nick Waters. And we've got another travel. Yeah. So we are 56 seconds into the second half, and we've got our first travel.
I actually thought that Waters stepped on the line.
So Rosario going back to Bourget, to Rosario, to LeBlanc, to Bourget, to Rosario. And it's going to be off LeBlanc's hands. And it must have hit a Griswold. Did they?
I think so.
Rosario trying to put up another three. Rimming down. Griswold comes up with the rebound. Nick Waters bringing it across to the Wolverines. To Aiden Lamont. Waters goes down underneath. Lamont to the middle to Kozlauskas. Kozlauskas back to Lamont, who puts it up against the glass for two.
Did you think that play was going to go that way? I didn't.
No. It looked good.
Mason Brown.
So Bourget with a shot. Didn't go. Griswold with the rebound again. Now Aiden Lamont's going to bring it across for the Wolverines. He's going to pass to the outside of Nick Waters, who couldn't maintain control out of bounds. It's going to be Tigers' ball. So we've got Bourget and Rosario. Rosario to LeBlanc, who puts it up from three. It's no good because Lauskas with the rebound. LeBlanc's going to let everybody get back set up on the other side before he brings it across. Pass to the right side to Mason Brown. Mason Brown looking for somebody. Gets it to Nick Waters, who comes back underneath to Kozlauskas against the glass for two.
Kozlauskas now in double figures.
All right, we've got another timeout. Thompson. 5:33 left to play in the third period.
38-5. 38-5. So now you have two players on the Wolverines side that are in double figures. Kozlauskas has 10, and Suvanot still with 12.
I'm telling you, you can just see Kozlauskas. I mean, when he's out there, you can see him head and shoulders above the rest of the crowd that's on the court.
Right. Even Uphold, you put those two out there. It was kind of like they played for Georgetown. Morning and Matumbo.
For the Hoya back in the day.
You remember? Remember the Twin Towers? They called them the Twin Towers. I mean, of course, these guys aren't that tall, but I mean, kind of made me reminisce a little bit.
They're there, and they've got both of them on the court right now. So Rosario gets it to LeBlanc.
And they kind of have to shoot the three because they're not really getting it
Right, so Rosario
He got
was
hacked.
driving in, takes the shot. Doesn't get the shot, but got the foul.
It's on Waters.
Nick Waters.
See if Rosario can make it hurt here.
Put another couple up there for the Tigers.
Ooh.
A little bit shallow on that arch right there.
He's not happy with himself. Did you see the
Yeah. Little disappointment. Hey, he's got to keep it up right now.
There you
Hey,
go.
sinks
There
the
you
second.
go.
Hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. He gets the second shot in, brings the Tigers up to 6 points. Wolverines with 38.
Rosario has 4 of those 6 points.
Nick Waters driving down to the baseline, puts it up. Bounces off the rim.
Jump ball. Is that Rosario in there again?
Rosario getting the jump ball. But possession with the Wolverines.
Look at Rosario. He's like the smallest kid on the floor.
He's playing like a man possessed.
I know.
So a hold to Nick Waters, who goes across, passes to Lamont on the outside. Lamont comes up top, switches place with Mason Brown. Then there's a pass. Brown gets it to Nick Waters. Nick Waters taking it to the other side, then comes back down the middle. It's going to drive all the way in.
Oh,
Off the fingertips for 2.
little slide and glide, dipsy do dunkaroo. Whoop. God, now I'm starting to feel like I'm not Dick Vitale.
Just so Rosario to LeBlanc.
He's a real PTPer, baby. Give him the rock. Give him the rock.
So the Wolverines able to get the rebound and bring it down. Aiden Lamont gets it underneath the Kozlauskas. Gets knocked away from Kozlauskas. So Pole gets the rebound.
Freudenthal had a nice block on the inside, too, on Kozlauskas.
Hey, Freudenthal, he's a big boy himself.
He's a player. Oh, look at this.
We got a wholesale substitution. So you got Aiden Cutter, Sovanaz, Colby Mills, Oconee, and Carson Hunt in.
What was the
for
5 that
Griswold.
wasn't in?
Right.
Oh.
So right to Colby Mills, who puts it up, gets his own rebound, puts it up again. Ball still bouncing around. Carson Hunt drew the foul.
Are they going to count the bucket? No. I don't think so.
They
The
haven't
foul was
counted it
before the
yet.
bucket.
Yeah.
That was on Bourget.
Bourget. So Carson Hunt from the free throw line.
This is like a jump shot.
Here we go. Hunt's second shot. And it's it. No good. Did he cross the line?
Lane violation, was it? That's technically a lane violation, is it not?
Yeah. He came across on his shot, so his second shot goes in. Nothing but net. But stepped over the line. No good. So Rosario to LeBlanc. They're quick on their passes.
Yes, they are.
So
They're small
Bourget
and
to
fast.
Rosario. They are. So Freudenthal underneath, tried to get it back to the outside, but it's stolen by Sovanaz, who gets it to Aiden Cutter with the easy layup
Nice
off the
finish.
glass for 2.
Nice finish by Cutter. 42-6. Big time lead.
Big time lead. So Rosario driving down. It's going to give it to Big LeBlanc on the outside, who sinks a 3.
LeBlanc.
So LeBlanc joining the score party for the Tigers with 3 points of his own. There's Aiden Cutter, feeds it back out to Oconee. Oconee goes underneath the Carson Hunt. Head fakes, put the shot up.
He got blocked.
It was blocked. Looked like by Thurber. Clean block, nothing but ball. So the Tigers have the ball. Rosario is driving in, gets it back outside to LeBlanc, who puts it up, goes over the goal.
And Oconee was right there.
with the rebound. Puts his best Tom Brady on that pass to Sovanaz, who puts it in for 2.
Out of nowhere.
So Sobenotz was coming over the middle, and Brady hit him right in the hands.
And
there's
again.
a steal right there. He's going to bring it down himself, put the shot up. No good. Cutter gets the rebound, and he puts it back in for 2.
Cutter's got 8.
So that'll be the third Wolverine with double digits. So the shot by Bourget off the backboard. Colby Mills comes down with the rebound.
No, Cutter's got 8. Almost in.
No, but he
double
will.
digits.
If he gets another, he'll be the third. So there's Cutter to Carson, or to Coney.
WJ.
Out to Sobenotz, who drives inside. Tried to get
right
it out
to
to Colby
Rosario.
Mills, and it was stolen by Rosario. Trying to get around Cutter.
He's going to draw
Colby
a foul.
Mills comes over the top. Drops the foul. So Rosario's going back to the free throw line. So the foul goes against Cutter.
It's his first. There was a lot of traffic underneath the hoop there.
Right.
I would rather be doing this
Mhm.
than, sitting home and watching the reboot of Sex and the City on HBO Max. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I was subject to that yesterday. And it's
Oh,
like,
no.
Jesus. Can we at least watch Family Guy?
Yeah, there's so much. I mean, how many stations are there?
I don't know.
But now you got all the streaming services. They have these packages and shows. You gotta
Yeah.
watch them.
Well, with my cell phone service, I get Discovery Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu all free.
So Carson Hunt puts on the pick, which gets Cutter to come underneath. He dumps it off to Oconee, who puts it up, but it didn't go in.
Did you see how many white jerseys were underneath the hoop at that time?
Absolutely.
If they had a little bit more size.
Right, but Thurber was able to come down with that rebound, and he's the one who passes it underneath, and Colby Mills gets a hand on it, puts it out of bounds.
And you think about it, too, in the first half, the Tigers were getting a lot of shots off. They just were missing.
They just weren't going in. Oh, so they pass out to Gunter, who goes back underneath. Oh, that was almost a double rebound shot.
Yeah, it was like a miniature golf shot.
By Thurber. Right.
Bank it off the bank,
So Sobenotz goes back into Cutter, who puts it up for a layup and another 2 points. So now Cutter's in double-digit territory.
That's 3. That's 3 Wolverines.
Yep. So Rosario putting it up.
Oh!
Almost the same distance as the shot he had before halftime.
Shot that from Atawagan.
And Oconee puts it up right before the buzzer to end the third period. Your score, Griswold 48, Thompson 9.
That's, the Twin Cities of Atawagan and Belleville.
I saw that road sign.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to try to pronounce it.
Yeah, you think the borough of Jewett City is small. All right, so I only announce this once in every game, like in the middle school games. On the bottom, you see there is a banner that is going across the screen, and it says basically these games are done basically, supported by viewer and residents donations.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what to say half the time about it, but you know what it is? The fact of the matter is that we do need your donations to continue these middle games. And that's just, I hate to say anything different,
Right, but no, that's what's able to bring this out to you is the generous donation by our sponsors, and then, individuals and families from time to time will put in, their 2 cents or whatever they decide to donate.
So like Lindsay, thank you very much for your donation. Todd, we appreciate your donation as well. So that's what happens, and it's are we I want to just put it out there. Are we trying to capitalize on COVID? No,
No.
not at all. Because God knows there's no Griswold people here. Right?
Right there. So Rosario to Gunter, who puts it up just wide, falls into the big mitts of Kozlowskis, who gets it out to Lamont.
So we do, and we would appreciate your donations. There's equipment costs, there's gas. I mean, we're all the way up here in the Massachusetts border.
Right. So Nick Waters was driving in, puts it in. It's just a little short. Whoa, I like it. So Tyler Shedd getting aggressive on the rebound, saying, no. It's going to be our ball. Rosario drives it in, puts the shot up, and it bounces away. Yeah, it's going to be a tale of missed shots for the Tigers today.
Yeah.
So there was a pass trying to go to Mason Brown, and it's stolen by Thurber. They're able to get it to Freudenthal at the top, who gets it underneath to Gunter, to Rosario. Back to Thurber, back to Rosario. He puts up the three. Oh! And he sinks it again. He's going to need his own three-point line.
Oh,
he's like not even near, and he's sinking them.
That kid has got a lot of he's got a lot of swag out there.
He does. And he puts it up just like he's been there before.
Yeah. And look, he's right there in the thick of it all.
And there's Gunter that comes up with it, passes it to Rosario. Yeah, and he's shooting these from like the 3.5-point line.
Yeah, and we could sit here and say, he's getting the points. No, this kid's playing it on both sides of the ball. He's playing defense. He's shooting it.
And there was Thurber putting it up. Goes long. Oh!
It's like Kozlowskis
So
just picked up his third.
Shedd
Going
up and getting shut down by Kozlowskis.
No, they called it on Mason Brown.
But the foul goes against Brown. But Tyler Shedd coming to the line.
No good on the first one.
No, a little short on the first
shoot
one.
Two.
So Pole gets it off the rim of the Shedd second shot. Feeds it out to Lamont, who gets it back to Nick Waters, who brings it across midcourt. Feeds it down to Kozlowskis underneath. Looking to pull it up, but it looks like we're going to have a foul on, is it Freudenthal?
32.
No,
It's
32. Shedd.
Is that his third?
So pulled into Nick Waters, who immediately puts it up, and he gets 2 points.
Waters is he's been a lot more sure of his shots today, more so than he was against Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're seeing the Nick Waters we're used to seeing and expected to see last week. So there's a block against Tyler Shedd. He's going to come back to the line.
That's against Kozlowskis. So that's his.
That's
third.
his fourth.
Is it his fourth?
That's his fourth. So that shot goes wide. They feed it back out to the outside. Now we've got Graham Barber's back in. He's looking for somebody to pass to. They are able to give it to Freudenthal, who goes back to Gunter. Gunter puts it up. That's going to be just short. The pole comes down with the rebound, feeds it out to Nick Waters. Now everybody going back down to the Griswold side of the court. Waters to Lamont. Lamont to Mason Brown at the top of the key. Feeds it down to a pole. He's going to drive underneath, puts it up, and he's going to get 2.
Timeout on the court.
We got a timeout.
So just like against Brooklyn, the scoring is straight across the board. I mean, it's being spread out.
60 seconds.
So you got Aiden Cutter with 10. You got Suvanants with 14. You've got Kozlowskis with 8. You've got Nick Waters with 9. So, Pole's got 4. Lamont's got 5. But, of course, Lamont is doing, a lot of other things. He's causing turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Colby Mills. Colby Mills doesn't have any points, but he plays the type of game he plays. He isn't so much. He's very intense, very fast, very quick. And if you see his face coming at you, it's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see him when he's angry.
So, Rachel, by the way, she just asked how can you donate if you don't have Venmo? You can certainly come by the radio station and you can drop off a check or cash or whatever. At 2 North Main Street, Jewett City, right across from Dean's Corner, matter of fact.
Right there.
Right there. So thanks for asking.
No, we appreciate it. Every bit helps. We love to be able to bring these to you. So the Tigers bringing it down. It's Rosario. Feeds it to Gunter. Who goes to Barber.
Lamont just poked it away.
But Barber able to get it back. Who feeds it to Rosario.
I like that Rosario kid, man. He's
yeah. Oh, so Gunter with 3.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. 52-15.
So Nick Waters feeding it down, gets it to Lamont. Looking for a hole. There was Mason Brown going to the inside, but they got it to Kozlauskas underneath, who feeds it to a pole, who puts it up. Not able to get it down. Lamont saves it from going out of bounds, get it to Mason Brown. He puts it up, gets his own rebound on the bounce. Puts it up, misses it, but then Kozlauskas finally able to get 2 points.
That's 12.
What a team game, and this is going to be a team win for the Wolverines because, like you said, I mean, pretty much anyone that's touched the ball has a point.
Yeah.
So Rosario to Barber.
What a spin move by Rosario.
Rosario gets his own rebound. Is able to get it out to Thurber, who puts it out. And there's Tyler Shedd underneath.
I just think this is a game of the shots just aren't going down for the Tigers because they're getting shots off. They're monsters underneath. They're rabid. They're going after the ball like crazy.
Still playing with some intensity.
Yeah.
So Carson Hunt out to Colby Mills, who feeds it to Oconee, who goes back to Hunt, who puts it up. Oh, and he gets 2.
He's in the scoring parade now.
Well, that's what I said just a few minutes ago, is it's going to be the tale of missed shots here for the Tigers. Yeah. It's not that they haven't been able to get shots off. They just have not gone down.
Yep. And I think it's a little intimidating, too, for the size of these kids when you got a couple of big kids for Griswold. Like that shot right there by
Gunter,
number 13, Gunter. If they hit those shots, they're right in the ball game.
They are. So there was Aiden Cutter, who gave it to Carson Hunt and then went underneath. He was looking for the ball back. It didn't come in. Sobonot's back to Oconee, who puts it up off the side of the backboard.
It's a floater.
So Sobonot still fighting for the ball as he's falling down, gets called for the travel.
The nice thing about these broadcasts, too, is they stay online.
Forever.
So the kids can watch them as much as they want, whenever they want.
They can timestamp when they're making these threes.
I know.
Show their friends and family.
You create your own highlight video.
There you go. Oh!
Cutter just said, net.
But the Tigers able to maintain possession.
See, there's a lot of hustle in this Tiger crew.
Rosario coming all the way across the baseline, puts it up. Oh, just off the rim. Falls into Carson Hunt's hands. He feeds it off to Aiden Cutter. So Hunt puts a pick against Barber. Then they change it up. There's Cutter goes all the way underneath. He meets Mr. Shedd, but they're able to feed it out to Oconee, and he's going to get a bucket.
Five different Wolverines have scored in this fourth quarter.
Fantastic. It's a definite team win here for the Wolverines.
Yep.
good for the team. And now it just shows how potent this team is, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I mean, they put 60 points up on the board against Brooklyn. They've got 58 right now. So it's a good possibility they're going to surpass.
They put up 100 points in 2 games.
I know. Rosario. Oh.
Skims across the rim into the hands of Oconee.
I want to see that kid sink that one.
Right?
I like that kid.
Oh, Cutter finds an opening, drives it all the way inside, and can't get the layup to go down. But who comes up with the rebound? That's Mr. Rosario.
Couldn't grab the bunny.
Drives it out underneath, feeds it back out to Barber, who puts it up, and he gets 3.
Let's go. Let's go. It's 3 threes in the fourth quarter for
these guys.
The Tigers.
Should have been shooting from the outside the whole time. So
bounce
Sovanov
pass.
was trying to get it inside on the bounce pass. Oconee goes out of bounds.
See if we can get Coach Hanley after the show here. I don't know. Let's see what they may just head right on the bus, but.
So Rosario to Gunter, to Barber, back to Rosario, puts it up. Oh, bounced off the rim and then went back behind the backboard, out of bounds. I think he's starting to feel it, though. He knows that's his shot out there.
I'm just going to get it over the timeline. Just going to dribble it out. That's going to be the end of the game.
So there's Cutter. He's going to drive it in, pass it out to Oconee. He puts it up against the backboard. Falls.
And that's it.
That's the game. Your final score. Griswold 58. Thompson 18.
Good game for the Wolverines. Another great scoring effort here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Bill Hanley over here in a couple of minutes, and we can speak to the win from here and also the win against Brooklyn and how that went. So I do want to thank also the staff here at Thompson Middle School for allowing us to come in and stream the game.
Mm-hmm. Hey, wait, I'm going to give a fist. Rosario,
right
here. That's a game.
That was God, man. Good job, guys. You guys can watch us on YouTube on the way home. Good game. I'm telling you. So let's you want to talk?
Oh no, I'll give him my head.
All right, Bill, come on right over here. We're going to get you on camera. Yes. Drew will get you on camera here. There we go. All right, we got Coach Bill Hanley. Well, where the heck is he? Come over here a little more, Bill. All right, there we are. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Hey, so we've been able to stream a couple games so far from you guys already. Brooklyn, you put up 60 points against Brooklyn. You put up 58 points against the Tigers here tonight. One of the things that John and I both notice is that the scoring has been pretty much level all across the board. I mean, Suvanants has been leading. He had 17 points the other day. He had 14 today. But really, I mean, you have many people in double figures. I mean, are you happy with the team play?
Yeah, we're trying to get them to move the ball, pass and cut. That one game they were chucking threes. That's not going to work. You shoot 10% from freeland. That's not going to happen. So you can see when they pass and cut and they move the offense correctly, it's a backdoor, it's a layup. Trying to get them to work together, keep it balanced, and we have a lot to work on.
Well, I noticed it was a lot more passing today than there was, say, against Brooklyn. I mean, it seemed like against Brooklyn, everyone was just launching threes. It wasn't just you guys; it was Brooklyn too.
Right.
So is that something you guys worked on, or?
Yeah, well, we talked about it the last game, and then I think when they see the open shot, we tell them if you're open, take it. But it's not necessarily the first option. You know, it should be in the rotation of the offense, and the shot goes up. So, we don't not want them taking open shots. We just don't want them launching it all the time. So, those backdoor cuts, the layup, setting screens. Like I said, we have a lot to work on. So it's great because it's only the third game, and there's a lot of things we can do.
It's a long season.
Our next practice. So absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to add on? Anything you want to say about the team, or?
No, I just like to say, it's a great group of kids. We appreciate what you guys are doing. It's awesome. It brings it to the families, and that really gives them a great opportunity. And we can't thank you guys enough as well. And thanks to the parents and all that good stuff. So
thanks for having us. Are you the
coach?
coach? want to get the coach. I want to get
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Yep. Thank you.
Can we get you
Thank
in
you.
here too?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Bill. All right, to Evan Ware, the head coach for the Thompson Tigers. One of the things that let's get you right over here on camera. Oh no, you want to be on camera?
What?
No, over here in front
Okay.
front of the camera. There you go. Perfect. One of the things that John and I were remarking pretty much during the game is you guys were getting shots off. So it seemed to me it was just a ballad of missed shots today. Is that what you thought, or?
I mean, yes. I think it's more important for us to start shooting because our past few games and then our crossover games, we didn't really get a whole lot of shots off. So it's nice to see that we're getting shots off. Are they the best shots? No. Sometimes yes, but now it's just trying to get them to go in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this age group too, a lot of it is educational.
Right.
It's fundamentals and
Right.
stuff like that. But one of the things also that we talked about too is that the boys, they were in the paint a lot. I mean, there was like a sea of white, so they're very aggressive, and on the boards. Got a lot of second class shots. I want to say second class shots, second chance shots. What do you feel is the biggest thing you guys have to work on going forward?
I just think it's our intensity and our mentality. We got a lot of young kids. We only have one 8th grader. And some of these kids we have never seen before, and some of these kids we haven't seen since 5th grade.
Right.
So
COVID.
So it's getting them all into the stage of, this isn't, rec basketball. You guys are playing varsity level. Some of these kids are ready to move up to high school, JV level. And some of you guys didn't really play JV when you were in 5th grade. So that's a huge skill gap that it's hard for them to understand right now. But I think coming in, later in the season or even next year when they're 8th graders, they'll understand that, whatever happened last year is going to hopefully help you guys for a season, when you guys are older, when we have a full 8th grade team or whatever it is next season.
See, the nice thing about doing these games here is because, we'll be able to follow them whatever high school they go to, whether it's a tech school or they go to TMHS here in town or next door. Tell us about Rosario. This kid, we watched him, from the beginning and the end. He seemed like he was always in the play, whether it was on offense or defense. And then he banged that 3 at the end of the first half. And we're like, that's going to give him a little bit of pop, going into 2. So, did that lift you guys up? And tell me a little bit about the kid. We like this kid.
Yeah, he's our highest energy. Everything pretty much moves through him. And when he was in 5th grade, it kind of did the same when he was out there. He's got a lot of strength. I don't know if you've seen it. Some of the shots look like it's going to go through the backboard. So, it's nice to see some of those shots go in. And I enjoy running things through him because he is very high tempo. He's very strong with the basketball for his age. I'm hoping that it gets a little better as everyone else improves. He improves more because I see more of a future in him just because of where we're at today. I'm not saying that none of the other kids have futures, but I just see a little bit more.
No, to us, he was just the one that kind of stood out today.
Right.
I mean, if we cover another game, it could be another kid. It could be a Gunter, or Gunter, there was a few of the kids. Shed underneath, yeah. I don't think the score, honestly, really was indicative of how this game went.
No.
I don't think that at all.
And,
so,
that's just how it goes some days. So
that's what happens. Coach Ware, thank you very much. We
guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys coming down.
We'll see you down, the end of the, down the road because these kids, we're going to see them in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. It's great to follow them right on down.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Thank you very much. John.
Yes, Mike.
It's another game in the bucket. No pun
It
intended.
is. The Griswold Middle School Wolverines improving to 3-0 on the season with the 58-18 win here. Heard from both head coaches, Mr. Bill Hanley and Mr. Evan Ware, both of them saying great things about their teams. If this is exciting, and once again, we got another game in the books. This middle school, their next game is actually going to be Wednesday at home. They're going to be hosting Woodstock.
And Griswold fans will be able to go ahead and attend that game. So that is not one that we will be carrying. Our next game that we're going to be doing on SNSN is actually tomorrow, that's going to be at Lyman Memorial. It's going to be a high school girls contest. and that'll be Griswold against Lyman Memorial, and that's tomorrow night. You gonna be there? I don't know.
Am I going to be there?
No.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
We'll have to see. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody, right here on SNSN. Tell your kids if they are your daughter, or son, or well, no, we do the girls' games.
We do.
We do the girls' games. Whoever they are, tell them that they can watch these back on SNSN on our YouTube page. And we thank you for enjoying the games because we enjoy doing it.
Absolutely.
All right. For John Harden, I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Girls high school football, baseball.
Or basketball.
I don't even care. This is what happens when you start on the air in the morning and then you got to do a football or basketball game at the end of the night.
Just got to keep going. Just roll with it.
I need water. Good night, everybody.